Hello and welcome to another update video about render. Yeah, the render chart has tried to break out, failed so far, and the wave count at the moment doesn't need to change. Again, I'm still watching for potentially one more high in this bull market. I mean, that's the assumption. Whether render is forming one more low or not, we will have to see. I mean, all I can tell you is that the support zone, which has been quite stable over recent months, is defined between $6.52 and $4.14. That's really wave 4 support. And this wave 4 in a diagonal pattern shouldn't really break below $4.14. I would actually prefer if we're holding this area here where we have some Fibonacci confluence around $5.05 to $5.20. In this area, we have the 50% retracement of the larger third wave, which topped in March. That's obviously here the $5.20 level. And then below that, it's the $5.05 level, which is the 100% extension of the A wave down, which is, well, it's basically the first leg of that correction to the downside. And the A wave and the C wave, they tend to have the same length. Sometimes the C wave is a little bit longer, and the C wave 100% extension, which means they have the same length, that points towards $5.05. So I would still prefer the price to get there. I mentioned that also in the last video. Maybe this is now the start of wave 5. So quick reminder, idea also discussed in the previous video is, yeah, overall bullish thesis, pretty much like on the Bitcoin chart. We have an A wave down, we have a B wave rally. And we might even put the B wave here, to be honest. Not sure why it shifted there. So, but that doesn't change really anything. Okay, maybe it changes the 100% extension by a cent or something. Yeah, it doesn't change it. So the idea would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and this could be the wave 4 top as an A, B, C structure. And we might have started now the 5th wave. A C wave is a 5-wave move. Now it could have bottomed if this is a WXY structure. So we never know, right? But that last low just sometimes doesn't happen. It's not a prediction that it happens, but it's expected until the price gives us evidence that something more bullish is playing out. Like, for example, a 5-wave move up from the low, which hasn't happened. It's only a 3-wave move. We haven't even broken above the range. You could say we haven't even broken out. So from that point of view, one more low seems likely, and I would pay attention to the $5.20 level and the $5.05 level for support. How could we avoid another low? Well, I would have to say that in an alternative perspective, the wave 4 bottomed already. It would then, let me just double check that. Yeah, it probably would have bottomed here on the 4th of July, 5th of July. That is when other coins possibly struck a low as well. And then, however, we are dealing with a diagonal pattern. So this would be wave 1 in 3 waves. Wave 2. This is an A, B, C structure to the upside in wave 3, 4, 5. This is the only way how the bulls could avoid another low. And it would mean that this low must hold, and it is at $5.69. And the third wave is an ABC structure, so that means we topped in an A wave. This is now a B wave pullback, and we should get another C wave rally. I mean, if we see that, it increases the odds. If it turns around here, it increases the odds for the yellow count. Very open to the idea that we've bottomed. I mean, again, you know, we are... this C wave down made it below the low of the A wave. That's ideal. It's just that if we really look at the microstructure, ideally one more low. This might have been the last low, and it just didn't have the, let's say, the bearishness to really physically form that one more low, but it just might have bottomed in a double bottom structure, just not reliable. So therefore, I gave you that trend line, no sustained break. But again, if we turn around to the upside here, get a more sustained break above the trend line, break above the last high at $7.05, yeah, it would increase the odds for the yellow count. That doesn't make it a great setup, the micro count. But the bigger picture, I mean, this orange support region, the price reacted here very nicely to it, and then already here, and here we have some reactions as well, but we couldn't leave it anymore, that support region. So just watching for possibly one more low. That's my update about render. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.